Okay, y'all, this is part two to when men say to one another that that's my guy. Okay, so originally when I did the first video, my intention was only to do a part one. But this is why I am doing a part two. No matter how small my YouTube channel is as of now, I do interview people, I do ask questions, and I heavily research. Okay, so when I speak to you about any subject, I am coming from a position of wisdom, experience, knowledge, research, and research would be inclusive of interviewing, even if I just interview a family member, right? Okay, so a family member of mine that is legally an adult, I told him about the video I did when men say to one another, that's my guy. So my own relative that I know is a straight man, y'all. This is a straight up straight man. Not bisexual, not gay, not none of that. He said to me, well, he says that in his work environment. They say that at work. And I said, well, okay, give me an example. So he said, we'll say stuff like, yeah, that's my guy. Okay. And the manager will say it, the co-workers say it amongst one another. And I said, well, okay, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, okay, so this is what you will find about me. I am a person that you can reason with. If you run something across me, even though I may have my own perspective, if you run a different detail across me and I listen to you and it makes sense, then I will add to my perspective. Now, if you already watched part one of this, right, I'm not going to change my opinion as far as I don't think you should be calling a woman's husband your guy. Because spiritually, remember, I'm also a spiritual human being. I am a Bible believer, okay? So there are going to be things that are done in this world that will not fly with me, that I will not think is in the best interest of any man or woman, okay? So this is what I am going to add. When this adult relative explained to me in the context of how men speak amongst one another in a work environment, when they say, yeah, that's my guy. Remember, I am not a male either. However, my thing is, remember, the devil uses language to get us first. So, okay, for example, the devil wants you doing a bunch of cursing before that temper come out. He gonna get you cursing first. And then once he gets you to using a bunch of profanity, then anger comes. Then what comes next? Violence. Okay, so I am more on the level of making people aware of the grooming process of language. Because if you've been saying your whole life, yeah, that's my man, that's my guy, and you end up bisexual and you end up sleeping with a man, well, you've been talking about it your whole life. That's my guy, that's my man. Now, what I am going to say about this, my relative told me that, you know, that's how men talk in the work environment. So I'm going to state this. That's better than saying that's my nigga. Now, I can't stand that. When men be calling each other, well, that's my nigga, that's my nigga, that's my boy. That's just straight ignorance. So, okay, me being a woman that can be reasoned with, that can use logic, this is what I'm going to say to add to my part two. It may be okay in the context of a work environment if a manager is encouraging his employees and the co-workers that are guys are encouraging one another, only in the context of a work environment. But this is what I explained to my relative that is an adult male, right? Once you leave that job, so this is my perspective. Okay, guys do it at work. They say, that's my guy. Managers do it with the employees. Co-workers do it amongst each other and stuff like that, right? But for men, when you leave that job and that work day has ended, ain't nobody your guy. Because see, now you're taking that figure of speech into your personal life. Okay, and so once you leave that job, you should be saying, let me go find my woman or my wife. Because there is a difference between the language that's used in a work environment, okay, versus the behavior that's used once you get off of work. Okay, so that is what I'm going to add to my part 2. I can see the logic in the guys. Okay, so let me repeat this again. I can see the logic in saying it when you're at work, but everything that's done at work is not to be taken into your personal life. That is just, in our reality, the truth, okay? So now in part 1, when men say, that's my guy, I still don't think a man should say that to a man's wife, calling her husband my guy. I think that is crossing the boundary there. However, men, if y'all do it at work and you only do that at work, that's it. And I'm not even gonna say it's okay to do it in sporting environments, because a lot of men, I remember watching a video many years ago, and a man said he loved playing football even from the time he was a little boy, because he could tackle other men because he was homosexual when he was a little boy. And he liked the fact that he could get to touch another man during football. So you got to remember, a lot of these sporting activities are also a gateway to homosexuality. Okay, believe it or not, it's just like marijuana. Marijuana is a gateway into doing hardcore drugs for some people. Same way with sports. A lot of men probably would not have turned out gay if they weren't allowed as kids to be wrestling and tackling with one another. Now, some men gonna play sports, y'all, and they not gonna come out like that, okay? I'm not speaking about those situations. So anyway, this is the end to part 2. So please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, keep it at work only, y'all. I'm a woman that can be reasoned with, okay? Okay. So, and I am also giving you more knowledge of who I am. So when you see me doing these videos, or you listen to my videos, or when you see my videos, remember, I do interview. If I speak about men, I have done my research, and I personally ask men. If I start doing videos about the homeless population, I'm actually going to go out there and ask homeless men about the subject matter I'm talking about. So I don't just sit and do all of my research just on YouTube or on the internet or from books. I actually will interview in person, because if I'm speaking about men, I need to know about men from men. If I'm speaking about women and children, I need to know about women and children from the direct sources. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. Again, please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much. Thank you.